Hey guys, it's Jinba here, and today I'm gonna make a video, not a live stream, on how to clean up your basses. So I recently came upon this idea when I watched Tainan's stream on Upsound, and he talked about this really cool yet simple technique of using a vocoder and an OTT to clean up your basses. This is basically the result that I got. I'm gonna let this demo play through and then show you guys how that chain is created. To start off, this is a really cool mid-tempo track that I've been working on. But when I first started out, I realized that the bass sound sounded very distorted and just muddy. So I was a bit confused as to what to do. And then what ended up happening was I thought of Tainan's technique in the live stream, and what he did was basically this. Alright, so I'm on my main chain here with all the mid synth sounds. So let's hear that soloed. It sounds pretty good right now. So what I did was this. And I have this on the entire mid chain because it does a really neat job of clearing everything up. Okay, so I'm just going to group the two things. So all I have is a vocoder and an OTT. I'm going to play it now without the chain of effects. Ooh, cool. All right, so what I also noticed was that it also boosted up the volume of the bass sounds. But basically once I turned it off, the volume of it lowered. And then I had to boost it up a bit so that you guys could hear the mud. But essentially what this does is it clears up all like the muddy sounds within the bass. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys could hear it, but you could kind of hear the transients being more present, like being sharper. So what I have here is the vocoder. And that is simply doing is being on, so the carrier mode is on modulator. And then the range, so this is the main part right here. The range is basically telling what to affect, like what ranges to affect the frequencies. I have it all the way. So 20 hertz, which is the absolute lowest, and then 18 kilohertz, which is the absolute highest in terms of like the highest in the frequency spectrum. I have the release up onto here because I want it to kind of get like the transients a bit more. And then here finally, now here, let me play it without the OTT. So what I'm doing now with the OTT is I'm clicking the OTT on to bring back all those transients in like the volume. A cool tip that I also want to talk to you guys in this video is um, the OTT seems the OTT, although it seems very overused, is actually a very, very useful tool to use. But I find that a lot of producers don't seem to know what it does. Basically, what the OTT does, in layman's terms, and I'm gonna keep this as simple as possible, is it takes most of like the loudest volumes and shrinks it down, but at the same time, it boosts up all of the very quiet frequencies. And so what it does is it gives you this perfect mixture of stuff of transients that maybe aren't as present being boosted up very loudly, and then vice versa, transients that maybe are too loud that you want taken down a bit. So the combination of having the OTT and the vocoder together makes it a very good combination, as the vocoder is able to take down the volume of some of some of like the lower frequencies, but then boost up everything that you kind of want. And yeah, so that's just a really cool trick. In essence, it's almost like I want to almost say like it's kind of like its own like specific EQ. But it does a better job. And then from here on, I think I added more EQs. Oh no, okay, I just EQ'd it a bit more from like the main chain. Sum up, add up a default vocoder, put on the modulator, set the range from the highest highs and the lowest lows, the absolute lowest lows, so that it's able to affect the entire frequency spectrum. And then use an OTT to boost up the volumes that have since been lost because of the vocoder. And what that does is it gives an awesome 1-2 punch into your sound design and mix. Now I challenge you guys. To use the range to maybe do this to specific frequencies, and then maybe use the OTT to boost it back up. But that's something that you guys can test out and try. I might do it as well, but that's pretty much all that I have for this video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying the live streams, but thanks for subscribing, and thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on Thursday.